You know that feeling when your mind just won't stop, when your thoughts swirl around, clashing and competing until you're not sure which one to trust anymore. That was me. I felt trapped inside my head, overwhelmed by my thoughts, unsure if they were helping or holding me back. I wanted clarity, but instead I felt lost in my mental noise. One day, while aimlessly scrolling through books online, I came across something unexpected. Norse mythology. It wasn't something I'd ever paid much attention to when searching for self-help books, but something about it intrigued me. There was this story about two ravens, Hugin and Munin, sent out by Odin every day to gather information from the world. Hugin representing thought and Munin representing memory, would return to him with knowledge. It stuck me because that's exactly how I felt. As if my thoughts were these wild, untamed creatures bringing back bits of information, and I had no idea what to do with them. So I started thinking of my thoughts like those ravens. Messengers, not masters. It helped. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, I began to observe them from a bit of a distance. Hugin would bring a thought. What if I'm not doing enough with my life? And I would acknowledge it, but wouldn't let it take over. I would say, okay, that's one perspective. What else? And then Munin would come with a memory. Remember that time you pushed through something hard and succeeded. Suddenly, I had more to work with than just my initial reaction. It wasn't easy though. When you have been caught up in a loop for so long, it feels natural to believe every thought that crosses your mind. Sometimes my old habits kicked in, and I would get stuck on something negative or unhelpful. I would question myself, what if this one thought is true? What if it's the one I should focus on? But gradually I realized not every thought was worth following. Just like Odin could decide what information was useful, I could choose which thoughts to explore and which ones to let go. It wasn't about ignoring the hard stuff or pretending the doubts didn't exist. It was about learning to see them for what they were. Possibilities, not truths. In those moments, there was a sense of peace. Not because of all the noise disappeared, but because I knew I wasn't at its mercy anymore. I was in control, and that felt freeing. Now I try to share this with others when the opportunity arises, especially with you. If you have ever felt overwhelmed by your thoughts, like they were dictating your life, you don't have to stay in that space. You can step back, observe them, and choose what to focus on. Sometimes the wisdom you need doesn't come from within, but from something outside, something unexpected. For me, it was a story about two ravens. For you, it might be something else entirely. But one thing is certain. Wisdom is welcome whenever it comes from, as long as you are open to receiving it. So next time your thoughts feel like a storm, remember you have the power to choose which ones to listen to. You are in charge.